Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Seth here again. Today's video is going to be going off my last video a little bit. So my last video was 10 college tips. You can check it out in the description if you haven't already seen it. Today's video is going to be about how I'm graduating with no college debt. The structure for today's video is I'm going to go over my own experience a little bit, and then I'm going to delve into some tips and advice along the way. And then I'm going to finish up by talking about why I don't actually think this is feasible for most people, at least in the States, and what the implications of that are. So to start off, my own personal experience. Back in high school, I was definitely not the smartest kid, nor was I the most, nor did I apply myself the most. At the same time, one of the things that I do give myself credit for is taking dual enrollment courses, taking advanced placement courses, because I was able to get a year of college credits done at a fraction of the cost, probably 10 to 20% of the cost that actual college courses would have cost me. Gosh, that's a tongue twister. Anyway, after I transitioned to college, so for my first 2 years, I got lucky. And my state was one of the few to have adopted free community college, and so I took advantage of that. I was scared that it was going to be maybe a lesser quality or that I would get judged on my future applications, but really I haven't found that to be the case at all. The quality of instruction was fantastic. I was able to make great friends because it's a smaller atmosphere. Everyone, at least the involved students, tend to get to know each other. In addition to that, because it was free, I was able to get some additional scholarships on the side. I was able to work on the side, and so really start building up that money for my next step. My next step ended up being at a university. I'm not going to share which university, but you can probably find it through some of my social media. Anyway, the university that I ended up attending had 18 full scholarships available for transfer students. Now, I know that is extremely abnormal, that most colleges and universities do not have that type of money set aside, especially for transfer students. But like I said, I just happened to be one of the lucky ones that had that available to them. Anyway, not only did it give me a full scholarship, it also provided me with a living stipend for, well, either living expenses or books, and I wasn't living on campus, so but I was still able to access that money, which was fantastic. So that ended up paying for my entire undergraduate education, between the state paying for my 2 years of community college and me earning an academic scholarship for the last 2 years. So then I moved on to my graduate education. Again, got pretty lucky because I landed a assistantship right off the bat. And that paid for my tuition for the next 2 years, and it also paid for an additional stipend that I put towards living. And all the while, during the summers, I'm working, I'm saving up money. And so with all of this combined, I was able to save enough money to where I will be graduating next semester, end of 2020, with no debt whatsoever. And so I'm extremely lucky in that regard, and that's kind of the theme of this video, is that a lot of it did come down to luck. Whether my state had allowed for free college, whether I was able to earn like an assistantship, even though everyone, once you get to grad school, is extremely qualified, it really does come down to luck in a lot of cases, where you live. At the same time, there were some things that I was not afforded. I come from a middle-class family, so I didn't get government financial aid. I don't come from a rich family, so my parents were not willing to pay for my education. I had to find the opportunities, and I think that's one of the tips that I would give to people, is there's tons of hidden opportunities. Aside from all of the scholarships I talked about, I was able to find about $20,000 to $25,000 in external scholarships and aid for my education, and then I was also able to work for a roughly equivalent amount of about $20,000 to $25,000 throughout my entire collegiate career. And so while all those things are great, at the same time, there are a lot of these opportunities that are not available to all people. And that's kind of the second point I want to make with this video, is not everyone has these opportunities. And so just because I'm graduating and actually I'm graduating with several degrees. By the time I graduate in December of next year, I will have 3 associate's degrees, a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, an additional graduate certificate. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be set. But at the same time, I'm not somebody who, once I've completed all this, then I tell everyone else, well, you just didn't work hard enough. Because as it stands right now in the United States, I don't think that a lot of people can do what I did, because there were a lot of breaks based on where I live, based on the colleges that I decided to attend, just based on timing. And so my message to people is, you know, even though I'm graduating with no debt, it doesn't mean that I don't support, you know, initiatives to make sure that college is available for all people. I fully support initiatives to make sure that college is free to all people, and that people aren't able to go just based off of their income, just based on having rich parents, or based on having access to extravagant government support. It should be available to all people. And so that is the kind of message that I do want to preach with this video. So I was kind of light on the tips on this video, but I hope you got a general sense of, you know, what my journey was, and maybe a few tips on what you might do better, or just in terms of searching for opportunities, or seeing if there are maybe low-cost ways like community college that might not seem, you know, great on the outside, but are really a steal depending on where you live. So again, this video is a little bit shorter, but thank you all so much for watching. If you all have any comments or questions, please do comment down below. I will try my best to answer everybody. And if you have suggestions for videos I can do in the future, please post those down as well. I'm always looking for new suggestions, whatever they may be. So again, thank you all so much. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.